Hello and welcome to episode 105 of the Talk Nintendo podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Casey Gibson, and joining me this fine Switch update evening, the one, the only, Mr. Perry Birkin.
I'm currently updating my Joy-Cons as we speak.
Why don't you get with the program?
You gotta update those Joy-Cons.
I've been updated for at least 10 minutes.
Oh, well.
You bum. You
well,
crumb
actually,
bum.
I have been updating. I just wanted to say that as my anecdote to start the show off. I really did it like 10 minutes ago. But...
Yep. Backtracking real fast.
Oh, Casey, you just gotta put other people down, don't you? To make yourself feel better.
That's the only way.
That's the only way. Well, Casey, you survived the week.
Oh, thank goodness.
18, or let's see, how many? 14 hours of driving later.
Yeah,
no,
probably
16.
It was probably between 15 and 16 of travel, because we had to pull over, get a little snickety snack at some point. But yeah, right. So what we did, we last discussed, last talked, at least on the podcast, was Tuesday, and the storm was rolling in, or apparently coming in, and then Wednesday we woke up and my work was closed down until Monday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday completely off, and then the weekend I normally have off. So, and the storm, it was like, oh, it's going up north. And then all of a sudden it was like, wait a second, it's gonna come back down. It's going right to Charleston. Good Lord,
Category 5.
Yeah, it's all
Category
over
4 turning into 5. Yeah.
Hide your video games, Casey.
Yeah, exactly. Raise them up.
But you know what? We felt like we would have probably have been fine just looking at it. I mean, like, if it had turned to a 5 and came down here, of course, we would have been like, get the heck out. But we decided it was like, you know what? I had a buddy in Alabama, and, he's come to visit me when I was in school a number of times. And now, granted, it was a shorter drive. But yeah, so I owed him, like, and I wanted to go at some point.
Is this your audio buddy?
No, this is my buddy JP, who I've known since I've been like 5 years old. We've way back. And yeah,
Did
so
you play
it was
Gauntlet with him?
No, he's not a huge video game guy. At least Nintendo man. We played some Smash and Mario Kart together. Although he does play a lot of Fortnite. So we were like, you know what? Instead of risking staying here and being stranded or being without power for a few days, we were like, why don't we just jump in the car? And we drove out to Bama, and we got there like super late Wednesday night, and he works at a bar, so he was working, so we went out, and then, of course, you get drunk like you do. It's so funny. I've drank more in the last, now, a little over a week, but the last, from last Friday to, Saturday, I probably drank more in those 8 days than I have in, the last year and a half.
Wow.
So I'm glad I'm glad to be over that boat.
Because of the wedding? Or you think...
Well, at the wedding, of course. Pretty much, at this point, I just drink on special occasions, So the wedding, there was some boozing, and then he works at a bar.
I'm going to believe that. I just drink on special occasions.
Special
occasions are relative.
Yeah, every day's a special
occasion. It's Tuesday.
Recording day, woo! But yeah, so, we had some fun there. He works at the bar, so we hung out there. We went down. Probably the best part of the whole trip was we went to this river, and you, pay $10 and you rent a tube, and the guy drives you to the top of the river, and you just float down it. And, it was a beautiful day out, there's some rapids, too, but the lake needed some more, or the river needed some more water, because you hit your butt on the rocks, and it hurts. But, we're going down, and Caitlin loves cows. So I'm like, oh my God, look, there's a cow. I'm like, oh wait, look, there's like.
Do you guys not have cows?
What's up?
Do you not see cows that much?
Not particularly. We went to there's a lot of plantations around here, in Charleston.
Oh no.
So we went there, and they had some cows we got to see, but it was crazy because you look over, I'm like, oh my God, there's 4 or 5 of them. And then within 1 minute, there was 50 cows running down this side and right into the river right in front of us.
And they were running.
Yeah, they're all running into the water.
Isn't that weird when you see cows running?
And like a bunch of they're graceful, even though they're big. But it's they get in the water. They're
I believe you've said the same thing about me.
Yes, yeah. Well, yeah, you are pretty graceful when you get moving.
And big.
And so all of a sudden, like, there's all these cows, and like Caitlin's in heaven right now, and I'm just like dumbfounded. I was like, I can't believe how many cows. And then there's one on the one riverbank, and he's just mooing at all these cows, and like they start like moving, and then the cows mooing at us, and I'm like, oh my god! I was like, there might be some. It was if anyone's ever played Diablo, and gone to the secret cow level. It was just like that. There was so many moves going on. I felt like I was in the secret cow level, and
the secret cow level.
Oh, have you ever seen the secret cow level from Diablo 2?
No, but you have given me the episode title, so thank you.
I'll have to send you a video because it's just so funny. They're like these cows standing on their hind legs with huge axes, and it's just like moo 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 moo. But anyway,
that's funny.
But yeah, so yeah, it was a good fun. We ended up coming back after the Jet game, so we didn't get back till like 12:30, and then I went right back to work.
I was like, please let the Jets win, just for Casey's sake, and I checked and.
It was a frustrating game because
because it wasn't even like a super high. It was a close and
we outplayed the crap out of them. Like,
of course,
like I should say we've outplayed the crap out of them minus like the glaring turnovers and stupid things that just gave them the game.
Welcome to my That's what the Huskers are doing right now. I mean, so it's like the same. Yeah,
so it's one of those things where it's like it's promising because it's like, well, it's not like we just went in there and got shellacked, It's like we went in there and like, hey, if you don't make those mistakes, we win that game. But quick turnaround.
But
we play
as
the Browns.
A good friend of mine said, W's a W.
Yep. And an L's an L.
And an L's an L.
But yeah, so glad to be back. Glad to be getting on a normal swing of things, which
seriously,
I guess we'll be talking a little bit about on the Saloon, but we're going to be recording a bunch of challenges this weekend, and they will return next week, I promise you, because now I'll have time to edit and just be back to normal.
Yep, and we're going to be we're recording them. Don't worry. It's just been hectic in Gibbons' life.
Like I said, I'll take responsibility. It's like seriously the last like 2 months have been like crazy.
Right.
So it's like it feels weird to like come home and be like, okay,
and
I sort of have like a normal sketch.
And I know that is kind of it's weird. And we actually got some Fortnite in last night.
Yes, which and can some be our Broforce, which we'll talk about in a minute. But
but let's do a quick bite. Yeah, Fortnite. So we finally got to play. We got to play with the 4 squad. Me, you, Jules, and Estuardo last night, and that was a lot of fun. And our first game, or like our second game, we got a W.
And it was
amazing.
It was an amazing W. I think I had 3 kills, which is like I never get a lot of kills. And I think you had like 2. I mean, I don't know how many you had total.
I had 3 too. Yeah.
You had 2 to finish it off.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. No, I must have had more than that then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you must have had at least 3 because
I know
we were down to like what? There was like 8 of us, and we had our squad, and then
we had our whole squad.
Our whole squad dropped real quick, and Perry took out the last couple jimmies.
It was great because Jules went away, and he went into a house, and the people there was someone in there, and I don't think they realized it. He didn't realize it, and then all of a sudden. He got hit, and I was on the hill, and I see the little weak ankles of this person, and I shot their ankles with a sniper and killed him. And then we went in, and then we finished it. It was a lot of fun. I had an assault rifle, just finished off the 2 at like the same time, and we got the dub, and it was like one of the most satisfying, amazing moments. Cause like that. Like we were like totally like strategizing like we were a platoon of soldiers like that whole time. Like we were healing each other. Yeah, like I think everyone had died at least twice.
I was going to say we had so many situations where 1 or 2 people were down, and then it was like the other remaining members rallied, killed the person who knocked him down, and then got him back up before time was out.
Which is just the best.
It's rewarding.
Just a fun feeling. Yeah, it's like boom. And so watching out for people, and it's a really fun game. I really like Fortnite, and I've checked on it. I've played almost 90 hours.
And you know what is the funniest is you didn't really like it when you first started,
No,
or
I
like,
didn't.
or maybe you didn't not like it, but it didn't grab you.
No, exactly, yeah. And I fully admit that. And I still, it's not like I still can't say it's like my favorite game in the world. But what makes it incredibly fun and rewarding is just the ease of getting players in. There's not a lot of games that you can just easily join. I mean, like even Splatoon, like. Me and Jules can't play Splatoon together because he hasn't unlocked the mode. You know, he likes the regular turf mode, and he never unlocked the mode to play. And it's like, oh, you know, like why?
Yeah, it's so asinine.
It's so stupid.
And you know what? I'm not gonna justify it by saying, oh, well, in the beginning they want people to like, but like by now, just remove that requirement. You know, like,
oh my goodness,
it's like if you. Like I don't agree that it should have been there in the beginning, but
no,
like at this point, just like a little patch update to just get rid of that little requirement. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me, but I digress. Oh. But yeah, it's
no, I totally
you know what's
agree.
perfect about it is that first and foremost, everyone's played it at some point or another, so it's like anyone can jump in, even if they stink on ice. It's like you can still have fun, especially in a duo or group. And
of course, yes.
The games don't last long. I mean, like, if you win a game, what's it take? 15 minutes, maybe?
I'm going to guess, 15,
maybe
20.
20 on the long end of it. So it's like, it's accessible in that sense, so you can get in and out real quick.
Totally. It's fantastic. So, the only thing is like, and like I said, it's totally not a perfect game by any means. Like, I think that even the gameplay structure can feel like super defeating, and there's like it can be glitchy and you can feel robbed at points, and it's like that was stupid. Like there was a lot lag and my and our just a lot of stuff can happen, and it's just like and the gameplay can feel pretty loose, like where I totally was hit. Like for instance, like today I was playing and I was shooting through a window. And it wasn't registering that my gun was like outside of the window, so it just was shooting the wall. And it was like I was trying to snipe these guys with a hunting rifle, and I would have killed both of them. They ended up killing Jules, and it was just like so annoying because it was just so annoying because it's like we shouldn't have been dead, and you know what I mean. So there is some frustration with the game, but it's like overall it's totally forgivable because of the ease and that there's no barrier of entry. Anyone can play anywhere, and for free, And there's nothing, no pay to win stuff, and like I said, it's really cool. Like I finally got enough because I paid for the battle pass, like we mentioned a few weeks ago.
Nerd.
And I I got enough to pay for the next round, of stuff. So you unlock tons of stuff there, and if you're not, I'm just gonna say it, a lunatic psycho. And buy an axe for $15. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy. Fortnite's fun. I recommend it to everyone. And it's funny because it's just funny to recommend Fortnite to everyone because everyone knows already. But yeah, that was a lot of fun playing. So I hope we can play some more like that. And we'll have some more Fortnite talk in the news. Yeah,
such a bizarre bit of news. I can't wait to talk about.
Yeah. So let's go right into what we've been playing, right? And we can talk. We only have one game to talk about, right? I don't think so. Well,
here we've got one joint game to talk about, but I've got a couple things to talk about. So I'll kick it off here with a little retread. That's sort of the theme, I'd say, of this, what you've been playing outside of the game we've both been playing. But I've jumped back into some Mario Tennis Aces.
I'm so happy you have. And this is also going to be we're going to talk more about this in our we're going to talk more about the direct that happened because Casey wasn't able to join us last week. So anyway, because there was some cool Mario Tennis news there. Yes,
for sure. Okay, so pretty much I think it might have been like last Monday. It was right before, like it was before last recording. I first started playing a little more Mario Tennis, and then just didn't get around to talking to it. But Caitlin and I have been playing, and we've been diving into the old doubles.
Oh, and, really?
Yeah, so we've been playing a lot of doubles tennis, and we're having a blast. It's great. I mean, the tennis action in Aces, I think, is top notch. Like I said, I know they always add that sort of, I don't want to say gimmick, but what makes it a Mario sports game. You know, it always has some sort of little thing to it. And a lot of the times, I felt like in older games, I would just prefer the pure tennis, where it'd be like, I feel like that's cheap, or like it's, essentially somebody does that one move, and then it's like an auto point. Like, all right, they got that point.
Right.
But I think with the power zone shots and the power, or like the slowing down time, it works really well to keep it still fair while giving it a nice wrinkle, so it's not just straight tennis. So, of course...
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I just, for those who don't know, I know we've talked a little bit about it, but I guess at this point, a pretty long time ago, it came out in June, right around E3?
Yeah, I think so.
Crazy. Yeah, so you pretty much, as you rally and whatnot, you start building up your gauge, and what you could do with that gauge is, if a shot is returned to your side and there's a little star underneath it, you can get underneath that shot, and like that's obviously where it's sort of going to land, but you can use the R bumper, and what it'll do is give you a power shot, so everything slows down, and like you jump up in the air, and then you aim with your gyro controls where you want the ball to go, and then as you're in that slow motion, your gauge will slowly tick down. I shouldn't say slowly; it goes down at a pretty good clip. So you need to be pretty quick about making these shots, otherwise, you're going to waste your power. And actually, and if it hits the end and you haven't hit it yet, then it like gives it a big old lob shot to the other team to just sort of serve it right back at you.
Right.
But what's good is if you execute it, it just a blasting shot, super fast. Now it's tough to stop these, but if you have that power on the other side for defense, you can use that same, press the R bumper and everything slows down, and you can get over in front of it and sort of time it to slow it down and give it a return. So it feels really fair because, I mean, there are definitely going to be times when you don't have any power left on defense, and it's like, well, not much I can really do there. I mean, you can still knock it down, but really it'd have to be coming right at you. So if they aim it a little bit to your left or right, it's going to be tough to get over there.
Right. I remember I did that when it launched in the demo, and I was playing online, and I did it once, and I was like, okay, so I did it, and I guess this is what you have to do, like not really knowing you could like slow down time on the return. Yeah. And it was like, that was the one time I did that. I don't think I've done it since, because it's pretty hard.
Yeah, and then I guess there is one annoying thing I don't like, is that your rackets can break, and then if you break your racket a certain amount of times, you just get KO'd and you lose the match. I normally turn that off because it's like I'm cool with the racket breaking, and it's pretty much your racket breaks if you time it badly.
I don't know. That sounds...
So it's like, I'm cool with the racket breaking. I just don't like, you broke 2 rackets, the game's over, Because it's like I've had a couple times where it was like, we're going back and forth. This is a really good match.
Okay,
and then my racket breaks,
Okay, so you mean you just lose the match?
Yeah, like if you break, if you're like, I forget what the default is, but say you have like 2 or 3 rackets. So if you get power shot on and it breaks your racket 2 or 3 times and you run out of rackets, you automatically lose the game.
Yeah, that's bullcrap.
So normally, like when I'm playing and I could we're picking the rule set, about that. I always turn that off just because that's the only one I really don't like. But like I said, everything else feels pretty fair. The game is super fun. They're adding new characters. Blooper is amazing, dude. Oh, I can't believe old Shy Guy.
Yes.
But Blooper's so funny because when he runs around the court, it looks so good. Like water splashes up like by his little tentacles, and he's running around.
Right.
Like it's so much fun to win a shot, like a nice rally, and then just run around the court as Blooper, just like just disrespecting,
Oh yeah.
But But yeah, Caitlin has been loving it too, so we've been playing a bunch.
Woo, that's awesome. That's a huge win.
Yeah, we in Alabama. Down in Bama, we played some Mario Tennis as well.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I brought the Switch with us, and we played some doubles with my buddy JP and his girlfriend. And we also played some Mario Kart as well.
Classic.
You know, not much to talk about on that front, but yeah, just some good old-fashioned fun.
I have something to say about Mario Kart.
What do you got?
I've been playing that too.
Ooh-wee.
And I have just the special cup in 200cc to 3-star. I 2-starred it. That's the only one I have left.
I never
went. It's so hard.
Yeah, I got all the mirrors. Although I don't actually know if I got them on the Switch. I know I got them for the Wii U. I got all the mirrored, like everything up to 3 stars, but not the 200. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Mario Tennis.
Well, it's a lot of fun.
I'm glad I went back and played some more. I'm sure, like I said, it's a good game for Caitlin and I to play because we'll both be on the same team and just sort of kick some keisters, you know?
It's a team-building experience.
Team camaraderie is important and vital to the W.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we'll talk more about Mario Tennis. I'm really excited that they announced more stuff for it.
Yeah, what we should
very, very, very excited.
What we should do is, and maybe a little backdoor for people looking to check out some challenges in the future. We should do a doubles match, you and me, or me and Caitlin versus you and Jill.
I love that idea.
That would be a good one.
That would be a great one, and it's on. You are you throwing it down?
Yep.
All right, it's on.
Winner gets $10 from the loser.
Okay. Okay.
$10 eShop card.
All right, sounds good. You heard it here first. Remember that one time you did that? Remember when we said that when the Switch outsells the Wii, you owe me $100?
Don't worry, it's not going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
I know what we should do is if the rule should be if whoever loses, we'll just make Caitlin or Jill pay.
Okay, we can make that amendment. That's fine.
Kate, you need to pay the piper.
Okay,
do you mean the Perry?
We have been playing one game together.
And it's not Fortnite.
It
was Fortnite too. But.
That's right. Yeah. But we've been playing this little game that came out called Broforce.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we actually played this game while we were pumping iron.
I'm always pumping iron, so.
Oh yeah, with my my feet, you know, I'm sitting there like with the weight on my feet, like lifting it up.
Yeah, just always getting the pumping. Yeah.
Always. Ooh. But yeah, so Broforce. This is a cute little, crazy little game we got here. It's a side-scrolling shooter. What do you call these games?
I guess it's not like a bullet
hell.
A
gun'em.
Yeah,
down?
run and gun maybe.
Run and gun.
Sort of
That's
like
what it is. It's a run and gun.
Metal Slug, but not nearly as like bullet hellish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at least from I should
it's
say.
Like a,
yeah, you've.
I'd say it's a
more
fast-paced.
hours than me.
Yeah, it's a fast-paced run and gun. That's what I'd say. And it's co-op up to 4 people, I believe. We played with 3, but I think you can go 4.
Yeah, we played with 4. Remember for that 1 second?
Oh yeah.
When that Jimmy came in.
Oh yeah. And then, but yeah, so you can play online co-op, which is really, really cool. And this game has you running around as parodies of different 80s action movie stars like Rocky or Blade or Indiana Jones or Terminator or any
your
single
classic,
thing you can think of.
like anyone that would be in the Expendables movies.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, actually, yeah. And they had a tie-in. Did you know that?
That I did not know.
Yeah. Okay. So when this game is out on Steam, Broforce had a tie-in with the Expendables, like with the actual movie, Expendables 2 or 3 or one of those.
That's amazing.
And like they had like a content pack for it or something crazy. Yeah, isn't that weird? Anyway, it's this indie game went with the Expendables, but yeah, so it's pretty simple, pretty bare bones. I mean, you have a world map. you travel to each map and to each place, and you play through a level, and it can be it ranges from short to normal length. There's never really long, but basically you get one hit and you're dead. But
it's punishing.
It's very punishing. But if you have more people, then they can find other people, and then you will be like what's that word? When you die and you become someone else.
Oh, no. Reincarnated?
Reincarnated, yeah, into someone else, and that's how you unlock other people. And then so, like, if I died, which I died a lot, in case you would go and find and resurrect, or not, you just find a guy, then it would turn to me, and then I would be there. And then with a different power or whatever. And each player plays differently. Like, you have lasers, you have a guy that throws sticks of dynamite, you have just shotguns that spread, and all the things you can think of, which and it's fun. You could have tried the different things, and the online plays pretty good. I mean, because you don't see a lot of games like this that you can play cooperative online. You don't see platformers that are cooperative online. I don't know why. I mean, I'd know why. It's because it's hard. That's the reason why. But it is also interesting how, like, Broforce has this, and it works pretty good, and Nintendo doesn't. Like I'll just go back to Kirby Star Allies. If that game was online co-op, I bet we would have that, and we would have played that together.
I would have probably bought it, because I was on the fence. I remember when it came out, and I was like, I know it's a Kirby game, and it's not like my, I'm not the biggest Kirby man, but I was like, I could use a good excuse to spend some money on a Kirby game right now.
Exactly. And that would have been it, Unfortunately, when they finally announced the new Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, I was really, the online's coming. This is it. This is again, they're going to announce, and they didn't. And that was unfortunate. But yeah, so it's really cool they have this in Broforce. And cool thing is, like, Jules and I had played like something like 18-20% of the game before you joined in, and you can just join in with us, and you didn't have to go through anything, and you didn't have to play 10 hours and rank up to be able to play with us.
You sound like you're a little upset about something, Perry.
Yeah, I am, because that's really annoying. All that kind of stuff. So you can just jump on in. It's easy, and it's pretty fun. And where I think there are some flaws in the gameplay design. I just think that I think one of the things is it's really fast. That it's almost too fast for its own good, to where you'll just kind of die and you don't really even know, like, who shot me, and like guys will kind of pop out of nowhere, and it's like one hit and you're dead, and then it's just like okay, boom, game game over, restart, and it's pretty, it's like a 5-10 second loading, it just seems like a little while, and then you start over, and you're kind of just it's just one of those things where, remember, we would start together, and we would be like, we would just like walk forward, and then missiles would hit all of us within 2 seconds, and then it'd just be dead. And it's like, okay, well, that was a quick round. It's like, we got to figure that out. And then it's like loading and waiting forth. And it's like, I get it, but I think just on like an execution, it's kind of like almost too punishing, to where it gets kind of more on the annoying side, where it's like, I can take punishing if it's like, if it's, I'm dead, but I go right back into it. I know why I died. But this is like, okay, like, I don't exactly know why I died, and it's a loading screen. So it's like, it's like, that can be kind of annoying, right?
The one mission we did literally was like, all right, so you join in, and like, you just had missiles come from the sky. So like, if you didn't even move, and it was like maybe 5 seconds, not even, like literally 3 to 5 seconds with it, and then all of a sudden just dead. Yeah, and you're like, what the? And then you're like, oh, okay, so there's huge missiles coming at us right off the gate. Like, all right, let's move quickly to the right, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, there's like a bunch of guys shooting over there. Okay, and it's like a lot of trial and error. And yeah, like you said, if it was snappy, where it's like, oh, dead, you come back, like, all right, everyone's dead, you just quick restart, boom, boom. But yeah, it just seemed like it's fun. Like, I was having fun with it, and it's satisfying to get through the levels. But
it's cute, and
there's just a certain level of like grittiness to, like, it's just not polished, and like there'd be parts where sort of like the Minecraft, as you put it, right? Minecraft death, where it's like, oh, you're shooting part of the ground away, and then like part of
or SteamWorld Dig,
Dig, yeah. So like stuff would fall from above you and crush you, but like there'd be times where it would fall right next to you, and I guess the hitbox between whether it was the object falling or your hitbox, they must like 1 pixel where it was like it totally didn't hit you, but you just died, like you blew up, So it's like it was a little frustrating. Like you said, we got back into it. Like it's not such a long wait to get back into it.
No, it's good.
But it is annoying just by the nature of how often you're dying, like because of like all the stuff that's happening. So it's like I like it, but it is definitely a little frustrating.
Yeah, totally. But like I said, I mean, I think the lemon's worth the squeeze, Case, because I think that it does. I think the online co-op makes it worth it, and I think it's something you can play together. You're on the same team. You're working together. There's bosses. It's fun. I mean, you can get stuff done. It's just not the best game in the world, but I think that the online co-op makes it, and I think it's well implemented. And you can add in randoms. Which is maybe not be a good thing, because you're all you're all screen sharing. So it's like if someone isn't behind, if someone's lagging behind, then we can't see anything on the screen. You got to wait for them. Now, hopefully people know what they're doing, and after a while, you'll get that going. But if you have friends, it's awesome for sure.
Yeah, for friends, it's definitely nice. But you can
just pull in randos. So.
Yeah, because we actually had an open game, and we had a third spot open. And not even thinking...
A fourth spot.
A fourth spot, excuse me. Yeah, not even thinking anyone would come through, and we had someone join. But yeah, they were running around the screen pretty far away, and it's like, no, you're screwing us up. And then we all died, and we just watched that person for a while.
And we just kicked him out.
Yeah. See you later, bro.
Yep. Which is cool. So you can kick out players, too. Like, if you... Like, everything runs as it should. Like, let it be known. Like, they did a great job with the online, I think. And, like, rarely did I feel that the controls felt off, like laggy or something. I didn't really feel that at all. I don't know. I think it felt like as they should. The only thing was like just the pace of gameplay was kind of really like almost too fast to where with a one-hit death, it just didn't match up. It just didn't feel tight. You know what I mean? Not tight. It's like, boom, everyone's dead, start over. So it's kind of interesting. So, but yeah, that's Broforce. You can check that out on the eShop right now, and it's I think it's $15, $14.99. So it's great. So
yeah. No, it's definitely a nice option if you have some friends to play online. So, and like you said, it's so over the top with the bro and everything, like the eagles, screeching in the background, and they definitely are. Taking the whole bro thing and running with it. So, and they're having fun with it. Yeah, it definitely doesn't take itself too seriously.
Oh, no. I love how when you fall into a pit, just chunks of raw human meat explode from the pit.
Well, that's like that's why it was funny when, like, hey, the rock fell next to me, and all of a sudden you just blow up into, like, a million pieces.
Yes. Yeah. And there's, like, mechs you can get in. Pretty great. Fantastic. So, yeah. Cool. Well, what else do we got up next?
Next up, we have the old NES Classic to talk about.
Woo!
And I should say thank you to you and David for the wonderful birthday gift, you dirty dogs. That you did not have to do, but much greatly appreciated. So I busted out the old NES Classic, and
remember, you can't sell this one.
Yeah, well, that's what you think. No, but yeah, so jumped in there, and I forgot just how many, a bunch of games on there, and a nice...
There's 30.
Yeah, a nice wide range, and so we got in there...
How much cotton swabs do you think are in there? 30. Yep. 30.
You knew it?
Anyway, sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just interrupt me some more, you dirty dog. But, yes.
Dirty 30?
Yeah, dirty 30. But we got in there and played a little Pac-Man to start us off. You know, because
nice. I actually never played that. I've always heard that like that's like the worst game on there. You know, I just from everyone that's the one game that didn't need to be on there apparently. But I like me some Pac-Man
because I've always loved Pac-Man growing up. Like when I was younger, I was a big Pac-Man fan, and
oh really?
Yep. Yeah, it was
like the character or
no,
like
I like playing the game. Like I had Pac-Man for Super Nintendo, and I had Pac-Man Adventure. You ever play that one?
Oh, isn't that side-scrolling one?
Yep. I had.
See, I really want to try that one.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. GX for the Patreon. Well, he's a Patreon for NWR, but we do the Patreon Plays podcast, and like he's been advocating Pac-Man Adventure so hard. He wants to play.
Is that an SNES game?
Yep.
Gotcha.
I mean, it might be on like
Genesis
and stuff too,
yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember playing it for Super Nintendo. But yeah, totally.
Did you have
weird.
a Genesis?
No, I wasn't a punk.
All right, good.
But yeah, so played some good old Pac-Man. It is what it is, you know. Then what Pac-Man. I played the most actually was good old-fashioned Double Dragon.
Yeah, Double Dragon's great.
I believe it's Double Dragon 2 that is in the classic.
Oh, really?
Is it? Is it Double Dragon 1 or 2?
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
Now I gotta check.
Check it out. Yeah, I remember playing that with Jill because that's one of the co-op games which we'll be able to play pretty soon. Is that? I think that's on the initial. The initial thing here.
That I don't know. There's so. Dang it, Nintendo! Releasing too many games.
I know you're right. There's too many. There's too many NES things. There's the Virtual Console. There's the NES Classic, and then there's the.
Okay, yeah, Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. So that was the one I was playing, and it's funny. Gotcha. I was skating right through and I'm like kicking the crap at everyone. I'm like, man, I feel like when I used to play this game, I sucked, and I was just doing work, just beating everyone up and having a great time. And then I got to like this stupid area with the conveyor belts, and you got to make a jump, and I fell in the hole like 2 times or whatever it is, and then I died.
And then you're dead.
Yeah, and I'm like, ugh.
Isn't that annoying?
I can beat the crap out of anyone, but I can't make this dang old jump.
Right.
But really
like
fun.
Mega Man.
I just love like they're like Billy. I think it's like Billy and Jimmy or something. They're like are the guys, and they're like.
But no, it's they rhyme, don't they? I thought they rhyme.
Hold on. Back to the drawing board.
Tommy and is it Timmy and Tommy?
When you die, Double Dragon 2. I want to know
Billy
the story,
and Tilly.
dang it. All right, following the lives of Jimmy and Billy Lee on a mission to stop Willie, the leader of the Black Warriors, this arcade beat-em-up made its way to homes with the NES in 1989. But it's like, I think it's like, Jimmy's girlfriend Marion got killed, and you need to go back and get revenge.
Right. Well, you do. What are you laughing at?
Oh, so good. Just beating up people. But yeah, then finished off with some Mario 3, of course. And
just one of the best games ever made.
It's just so funny to think like how short the levels are. Like in
so
comparison, and not that that's a knock or anything, because there's so many levels, and it gives it nice variety. But it is funny to think it's like if you get a good run and you don't really stop, it's like you could beat a level in like 15, 20 seconds, it feels like, like you could blow through those things pretty quick.
Totally.
But yeah, the NES Classic, that emulation looking good. Hopefully the NES emulation on the Switch is pretty nice. Am I making it up, or did I?
We're hours away from checking that out.
Actually, I believe it's live right now.
Oh, really?
I downloaded the app for the NES thing, but I don't have an account.
Is it on your phone?
No, no, I downloaded. It's on the eShop? It's on the eShop.
Oh, I better check that out then.
But yeah, hopefully the emulation is looking good. But yeah, NES Classic, a bunch of good games, fun little cute little system, and again, thank you to David and Jimmy Brony.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad you played it. Because it's just good to have. It's good to have on your shelf too,
Well, yeah, it's funny because I had sold all my NES stuff, so it's like I was literally NES-less. Like
Oh, yeah.
for like, although I think I have a couple controllers still left, but yeah, it was. I've always had an NES for as long as I can remember, but not anymore. But
And
now
you still have one.
it's back, baby. Can't get rid of
Yep.
the NES, says Nintendo.
Yep.
We'll just jam it down your throats.
Did you sell your Rob?
Yep.
How much did you sell that for? Just wondering.
Well, I had the Rob deluxe kit with the box and the styrofoam and everything. So it's like I sold, I think it was like the NES, the Rob in the box and stuff. I think I sold it for $280 or $260.
Oh, wow.
Around there, maybe.
Good land.
Well, this box was amazing. It was like a 2-foot long box, maybe even longer than that, 2.5. It's a big box. It was it was really cool. It sucked to have to ship it out, but that's all right.
Yeah, I hear you. Yep.
Yep.
Well, I downloaded the app and I tried to join, but it's undergoing maintenance. But I have the app.
Woo!
It's a pretty cool looking little thing with a little
logos.
I like it.
Logo,
I love
brogo.
I love the Nintendo logo. Well, is that going to do it then for this first part of our podcast?
Don't say that,
Podcast.
you sicko.
Sorry.
But yes, yeah. I know we should have some more newer games. I'd say light week on what we've been playing.
Yeah, total light week.
But next week, we're going to definitely have some things to talk about.
Yep, we're going to do, for sure, the Gardens Between next week.
I'll have some early Torna impressions.
And then hopefully some Hover also.
Some Hoover.
Some Hoover.
The Hoover Dam.
And then, of course, obviously, our NES games and whatnot impressions. That'll be fun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll come back and do the eShop Roundup.
eHaw! Alrighty,
And we're back.
We are back, Perry.
Shh.
For our
eShop
favorite time of the whole entire week, where we go through about 40 million new games coming out to the Switch.
Okay, that's enough whispering. It's the eShop Roundup.
The eShop Roundup. eHaw.
Yes.
We're starting off with a doozy.
We have so many games, and we're gonna start. Yeah, we're gonna start off with Time Carnage, which is dinosaurs and robots and zombies.
What else could you ever need? And all that
nothing.
for $10.39.
Yep, it's
Down
it's
from
a 16-tier
$12.99.
campaign, so it's a first-person action shooter. Oh, it looks pretty nice to me,
Yeah, it looks sort of interesting.
right?
Yeah,
There's big ogres.
it could have definitely looked worse.
Oh yeah, no, I think it looks pretty good.
No, it looks cool.
I bet Justin played that game.
Yeah, he's probably like, mediocre.
Yep. Well, yeah. Anyway, next up we have Stay, which is a very interesting looking game, which I need an age verification to look at.
I know, me too. And now I entered in the wrong date, and I'm uneligible to look at it now.
Okay, so it's
This one's all you.
yeah, it's a really cool pixelated game where what would you do if a stranger's fate rested in your fingertips? So it's
Let 'em go.
It's about a guy who wakes up in a locked room, and then there's a computer hooked up, and he has to do this, and it's all with really cool pixel graphics. So it looks cool, and it's on sale for $9.59 right now. So check that out.
Boom. Next up, though, we've got Grandpa and the Zombies. In case you didn't get your fill of zombies in earlier, $8.99.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy. He looks amazing.
Yep, he looks like a hardened grandpa.
Yeah.
The zombie apocalypse has never been this funny, Perry.
Oh, it looks like a kind of like a Bomberman, like top down.
120 levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Looks kind of flashy, but looks nice.
Grandpa's got a broken left leg, though.
I know, that's
So
great.
he's
in a
wheeling
wheelchair.
around, yeah. Interesting.
$8.99. Next up, though, Wasteland 2 Director's Cut for $29.99. And this is a game that I know that David Lloyd reviewed it for the site. We talked about it a lot with him, and he loves the game, but the port on the Switch and the way that the Switch works apparently is very much not ideal. So keep that in mind. But apparently, it's a fantastic game. So Like he said, it's an essential.
Check
game
it out on the computer, maybe though.
Yeah. Yep.
Next up here,
what do we have next?
Got the Warlock.
This is your nickname.
Yeah, the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, Goblin Scourge.
That's
edition.
what I used to call you in high school.
Yep. There comes the
Hey,
Warlock
look, it's
of
the
Firetop.
Warlock of Firetop Mountain.
What an ugly man.
Yeah.
So this is
story
$29.99.
$30 story-driven quest full of strategic battles in this tabletop adventure. So it's like a tabletop board game come to life.
Yeah, it looks sort of interesting.
Yeah. Yep. But let's move along.
So next one's
to
creepy looking.
The Spectrum Retreat for $12.99. And I've heard some about this. It looks kind of creepy. It's a narrative-driven puzzler from Ripstone. It's a puzzle adventure platformer.
The old puzz form, eh?
Yep, a first-person puzz form. Has lots of pretty environments, of realistic-looking environments. And,
yeah, they definitely look pretty cool.
Yeah, looks pretty cool.
Like the pool area, but yeah, it's like there's some sort of man in a suit, but he looks like a mannequin.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the.
But anyway, I think I've heard some good things about that. So, anyway, next up though for $4.99.
This was your nickname in high school, wasn't it?
The Mahjong Huntress.
Oh no! Here comes the Mahjong Huntress again.
Look, it's the Warlock of Firetop Mountain and the Mahjong Huntress. That's me. That's me. So we have Mary Elizabeth Riley is to be wed to Sir Charles Gilbert Worth.
You can't trust a Gilbert Worth.
Anyway, yeah, this game, I'm assuming it's Mahjong.
It's like another board game adventure, yeah.
It actually looks like a well-produced, like Mahjong, like has character and has stuff, so, in it, so it's good.
And only $4.99, that might, if that does interest you, it's
I think
nice,
it looks great.
Level of,
honestly,
that's
level
like
of entry
ain't too high.
That's one of the best looking, like, casual board game, like, games that I've seen, so. Next up, coming with a discount from $12.99 at $11.69, which is a really funny discount, is Surgeon Simulator CPR.
I love that on the logo, you've got sort of, I guess, what you would, like the defibrillator, right, essentially, is sort of what it looks like, but the color of the Joy-Cons,
Yes, that's amazing. Neon blue and neon red, that's amazing.
But yeah, this is from Bossa Studios. It reminded me of the good old day of...
Bossa Studios.
Reminds me of the good old days of Atlas's Trauma Center.
Right, which I still haven't yet to play.
You know what? I have definitely played... I think it was on the Wii. I played one of them way back in the day. But, like, it always interested me, but I never got around to really, like, diving into the series,
Right. I have the one for DS that I want to try, that I got one of the Craigslist roundups.
That one would probably be the best, I would imagine, just because with the stylus would be, I feel like it would work the best.
Did you see the screenshot where on the left hand he's holding a hammer, on the left and his right hand he's holding a brain?
Why not?
It's amazing.
I also like that you're working on an alien in one of them.
Yes. It's a really good simulator. So next up.
So the one is you're cutting the guy's eye off.
Cutting it off?
Go to the last screen shot on the website, and the eye is out of the socket, and the guy's bringing a scalpel to it.
Eee. Ouch, that makes.
And they didn't ask me to verify my age for this one, huh?
That makes my retina hurt.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have Super Dungeon Tactics for $19.
The most generic name of all time.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. And it's probably a strategy role-playing adventure board game. That's what I'm guessing.
I would probably say that too.
Cute little chibi Japanese-looking characters. Looks like a nice game, to be honest. It looks
like you build up your town a little bit, and stuff. No, it looks
like a nice
sort of cool.
Tactic game.
Just
it really does look cool.
Super generic name. No, I like the art style. No, for sure. Yeah, $19.99. So.
Yep.
Moving right along, though, we've got Spider Solitaire F for the Jimmy price of $5.
$5. Yep.
The classic card game Spider Solitaire is now playable on your Nintendo Switch from the old Fly High Works.
It looks like it's Solitaire, but apparently it doesn't have touchscreen controls. I think that's from Neil was telling us that. So
it's a little strange, but you know what?
Crazy.
I bet you I would not use them even if they were there.
What?
I feel like if I was playing in
You're
handheld,
holding it?
Yeah, it's like I got my Joy-Cons there. I'd probably just, I don't know.
What? No, you tap them.
Says you.
Yep, says me. But next up, we have Shadow Fight 2 for $14.99.
Prepare to fight with shadows.
Yeah. You can't fight with shadows. Okay, so this is a
2D fighter.
This is a 2D fighter where you were. I see what they're doing here. They did a good way with animation there. It's a nice trick to just animate the backgrounds but leave the people in shadows in the front. I get what they're doing.
Yeah,
it's pretty smart. It looks kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it's sort of funny. Like you see their avatars and they're in color and everything, and then they're just fighting. They're just shadows. But yeah, I wonder. We'll have to ask Justin. I'm sure he's played this one as well.
Yep. Now this next game is the one that you have preloaded on your Switch before it came out.
I'm still not eligible to look because I entered that first one in wrong.
It's Senran Kagura Reflections for $9.99.
Oh, man.
And
I want to look.
Yeah, I know. Can you feel it? The beating of her heart in a classroom after school?
No, I'm doing my homework.
I've heard very interesting, weird things about this game, and so I just can't recommend this game. Anyway, let's move on to
Old School Musical for $12.99. A rhythm game full of chip tunes. Now, looks like actually, it's oh my god!
Link to the Past is in there.
I was just gonna say, like,
that is Link to the Past.
And it's funny, the one to the left of that reminds me of Super Mario RPG big time too, with that. That camera angle.
I love that isometric. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this game.
Look at all these. This game looks cool, man.
I feel like every picture
and then like Neo Geo, dude.
Looks so drastically different.
The first one is like the Metal Slug.
Yeah, so what has 50 amazing chiptune tracks, a loony story mode, 32 different chicken types to fight, and takes you on a tour of all your favorite retro games? It's Old School Musical, of course.
Amazing.
Yeah, that is cool. That is so funny.
That game looks cool, guys.
Past,
Everyone, that game looks really cool. Like really, like
how much is that one? $12.99.
$12.99.
Might have to keep one on the old docket.
Totally. Next up, though, we have Total Shadow Drop surprised Final Fantasy 15, but Pocket Edition
HD.
And it has a huge discount right now for $17.99. Was $30.
Yeah, so that's a pretty. What's that? Over 30%, right?
Yeah, it's a
35.
Yep, that's like 40, I think.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I think we talked a little bit about this last week, or maybe we didn't.
We did. We did talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, because
we didn't know it was coming out.
The Direct.
We didn't know that it was coming out. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if you are looking to sort of get the gist of what Final Fantasy 15 is without doing all those side adventures, which it's funny because like if I was ever gonna play Final Fantasy 15, I would probably play the Pocket Edition, honestly, because it's like. I'm not going to deal with all those side quests, you know what I mean? Like, sure, I like to dabble a little bit, but, like, with a game like that that's huge, like, I'd rather just beeline it through the main story. So, like, if I was ever going to play it, I would probably play it this way, but I probably will never play it.
Yeah, me neither. Next up, Doling's Arcade for $6.99 with this cute little cartoony looking, a modern take on a timeless classic. The timeless classic
Snood.
being... It's what is it?
You ever play Snood?
Nope.
All right, so you see that screenshot where like there are all those like weird things in the sky, and then you got the guy at the bottom. You get like fed things, and you shoot it up there, and you want to like make chains and like blow it up, kind of thing.
Yep, I gotcha. Anyway, looks nice. Looks like cute little cartoon so
Perry,
check that out.
Are you defunct?
I am.
For $14.99, you could be too. This is an indie adventure game with a focus on flow, speed, and an engaging world. So it looks like you are sort of like a one-wheeled robot, where the wheel is like bigger than your actual body, and it actually looks sort of interesting. I guess you could sort of go out there and explore.
I believe Mr. Nation said that he said it had flaws, and I asked him if it was defunct. And he said it was, so.
Huey's Hughes Paint Factory. We paint well.
That's
I
great.
like it. I like it.
Next up, though, we have Casey's nickname in college, Danger Mouse. The Danger Games for $4.99. Look at that. They didn't even have the goal to make it $5 so that we could get our
I respect
platinum points.
I respect it.
No, we're supposed to be pessimistic either way. I respect it. All right, he respects it, everyone.
You can play some 4-player split screen. Looks sort of mobile game-esque.
Mobley Wobbly?
Mobily Wobbly. Yep. We'll leave it at that.
It looks like Temple Run. Like that's what it kind of reminds me of. But then like we can do it with 4 players and you're jumping and stuff. Doesn't look bad. It looks fine.
No, it looks cool.
Sure. Next up though, for the primo price of $39.99 and very much highlighted in the Nintendo Direct last week, City Skylines Nintendo Switch Edition.
This is awesome.
This game looks pretty cool.
I used to be... I've talked about SimCity for Super Nintendo on this here podcast before, not too long ago, actually.
Yeah, with
John. The old one Hondo. And so I've always had an interest in SimCity, and, I think I bought the last big SimCity that everyone sort of hated because you had to be online and stuff. So I'm pretty sure City Skylines has sort of taken the mantle and been like, hey... We're the big boys here for if you want like your city simulator. So I've heard the game runs a little spotty on the Switch, but like somebody pretty much like I was reading and someone was like, if you have experience like running this game on like a beefy computer, like of course it's gonna feel gimped. But if you've never played it, like there's some frame rate issues here and there, but it's still playable and like it's still enjoyable, I should say. So this is a game. I'm definitely not going to buy it for $40. If it goes on sale at some point, this is definitely going to be on my radar because I've always enjoyed just like a good old-fashioned like, hey, and just get into this sort of lose time and just build a little city, you know? And from what I hear, like I said...
It's cool, you can like follow each person.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm pretty sure it goes super deep and... like I said, I've always sort of been, and I've always liked the city simulators. Good stuff.
And I've never had an interest in them one bit, but I can see this looks cool. You know, I like.
It's a good game where if you're like, I've got nothing to do tonight, like let's just build a city, and like it's easy to sort of once you sort of get rolling to just get lost in it, you know.
Yeah.
And like seeing how it develops and like seeing what problems you run into.
Totally.
This next game, though, Broken Age for $14.99. Now, this is a pretty popular game, right?
So, yeah, I was talking with Jules, and he mentioned, we were talking about Kickstarter successes and stuff like that. And he said, well, the original one was Broken Age. I'm like, what's Broken? You know, I had never even heard of it.
I didn't realize it was a Kickstarter.
Looking at this now, I'm seeing the Broken Age, I'm seeing the actual, the logo. I've seen it before, obviously, but I just never really knew anything about it. And this was like it's made by the Adventure, it's the Adventure games made by like the Monkey Island guys. Tim Schafer, I think is what they call it.
I like this opening line right here. Broken Age is a timeless coming-of-age story of barfing trees and talking spoons.
That's amazing.
Do you see this too? Original soundtrack composed by Peter McConnell, by the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, and an all-star voice cast including Elijah Wood, Jack Black, Jennifer Hale, Masa Moyo. I don't know who these last couple people are, but Jack Black and Elijah Wood, I've heard those names before.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yep. So yeah, it's something to keep your eye on. So it's a very.
If it wasn't an adventure game, I might be interested.
Right, exactly. Next up, though, we have Bastion, another highly acclaimed game that I'm
look how
holding out for
beautiful it is. Here. My goodness,
it's a very pretty game. It's one of kind of the a very early indie
darling.
Gem.
Yep.
Yeah,
$14.99, and it really does look awesome. Discover the secrets of Calamity, a surreal catastrophe that shattered the world into pieces. I don't know. I can't read whatever. But yeah, it looks great. Now we need Justin to just with his one-liner. We just bring him on for every eShop roundup. Good,
like
bad. Yeah, I could do without.
His one words are good. Next up, we have Arcade Archives Rygar, and this game looks amazing. I was looking at it. I almost purchased it today. It's like a side-scrolling platformer. It looks like, and maybe an action platformer.
1986.
I know, man, but it looks so sweet. See the chameleons in like the desert level?
Oh, just even the backgrounds are really cool. Yeah, I like
cool?
I like the one with the sunset and like the big blue guy with the horns.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yes.
you know that guy's mean business.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to mess with that guy.
Anyway, that game looks so cool. We might be doing something really cool with the these arcade archive games.
Hopefully.
Soon. So look forward to that. But next up, though, don't worry.
I got scared. I saw my tabs on my Internet Explorer, or not my Internet Explorer, my internet browser dwindling, and I was like, oh no.
Are you really using Internet Explorer?
No, I use Google Chrome. That's why I was like, what am I talking about? Yeah.
You are a gym bot if you...
Normally we go off our
Pepsi?
Switch. Yeah. Nope, just a icy... Well, it's not icy cold at all. It's a hot coffee. But, yeah, since the eShop is down for maintenance, we're on the browser site here.
Yeah. I'm looking to buy the account right now, the family account for $34.99.
35 big bones.
It's up. I got up. Yeah, but I don't know. We got to talk afters. Anyway,
this is a great name.
Yeah, say it.
Aggressors of Dark Combat for $7.99, and it's funny they even spell combat with a K. But and this is in 1994, so Mortal Kombat was already out, right?
Well, no, this is definitely a Street Fighter copy.
Oh no, I know. I'm just thinking the name.
Oh yeah,
it's just to use that combat. I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Right.
The first Mortal Kombat game came out in '92, so this was after it.
Yeah,
I feel like nowadays they might have been like, someone might have been coming and knocking on that door. But yeah, another 2D fighter. I love there's one guy like with his gnarly mustache and a basketball, and he just like got. It looks like he got kicked down by like a girl in like a high school outfit, but but like she doesn't look like she's in high school. She looks mean. She's kicking ass. But yeah.
Yep.
There's a tiger. What is going on here? Great.
I know.
Amazing.
Next up, though, we have The Swindle, a very cool-looking game for $14.99. This is a platformer RPG action arcade game, apparently, and obviously it seems like you are swindling people. But man, if this doesn't look like a cool name. I believe it came to Wii U as well, and
very atmospheric, like
it's steampunk cybercrime caper.
Yeah,
so
I like that.
That explains it. Yeah,
a caper.
Next up, though, we have just a little game known as Undertale
for
$14.99 on the eShop. We'll be talking more about this. Everyone knows what this is. I'm gonna go pick up the physical version tomorrow.
I'm torn on this game because I've heard, obviously everyone knows what Undertale is. It's got that, I guess, same sort of humor along the lines of Earthbound, or at least people who like Earthbound tend to like Undertale. And David did the review for the site, and initially he was not too high on the game at all. And then, but I guess, after getting into the swing of things, he found that he really, really enjoyed it. And it's not a long game, so I'm sort of half tempted to be like, you know what? I think it's like 6 hours, to just be like, you know what? I could bang that out over the course of like a 3-day period, and if it grabs you, 2 days, But I don't know. It looks cool. I know it has really, really, really good music. I've heard a lot of the music, and it would be a nice physical copy.
Well, I'll tell you all about it next week, Case.
Next up, though, we've got Sword of the Guardian for $14.99, and this is a beat-em-up action fighting coupe.
Coupe. Co-op.
I know, but I like how they don't put any. There's no punctuation or or even like the B's lowercase. Like, forget it.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, this game looks cool.
Yeah, it looks.
I think that there's I think there's a collection of beat 'em ups that.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Man, there's so many games this week. So next up we have $19.99 Speed Brawl. This game looks like This game looks like Smash. Looks awesome.
It looks
actually.
like
It looks really, really cool. Cool art style.
Yeah, it's
lots of
very
golds.
colorful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
golds
colorful.
and purples and.
It says 6 unique brawlers.
A
50
speed is a
unique action-packed events and races.
Here you go. Speed Brawl is a 2D combat racer about moving fast and hitting hard. Maintain your momentum, build your combos, and unleash powerful special moves.
Oh, interesting.
So it
I
looks
thought it was
like
a Smash brawler game.
No,
but it's a
so it looks like
racing
you
game.
want to sort of get to the end.
Oh, cool.
But while doing it fast. Yeah, no, that's an interesting
Looks
concept.
amazing.
I like that. Like sort of taking.
Totally.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's another game. You know what? A couple of surprise games this week that look pretty cool.
Seriously.
Not so much of a surprise game next is Scribblenauts Mega Pack for $39.99.
Yep.
You like Scribblenauts? Well,
Eh.
this game's got 2 classics with all new content to explore. You've got Scribblenauts Unlimited and Scribblenauts Unmasked. Have you ever played
that's cool.
Scribblenauts?
I have.
I have not. I remember when I bought my Wii U, that was like the one game I was on. I was like, I think I'm gonna get this game too, because they had one at launch, right, or shortly after.
Unlimited. Yep.
And but then I got Zombie U instead, and New Super Mario Bros. And then I never went back to it. I know you could get it really cheap at one point. It was like you can get it for like $10, but I just never got.
Yeah, I'll probably get this mega pack
Nerd.
like on the cheap sometime. Nerd. Mm-hmm. You're a nerd.
I'll call you a nerd. Bless you.
All right. Thank you.
Next up here, we've got a game called Omvorm.
Vorm.
Omvorm.
For $7.49.
Looks
this is
trippy.
It's a puzzle game. It's the first from the indie studio 4 Megabytes Interactive.
It better be a 4 megabyte download.
It better be. Let's see the downloads.
Does it tell you? 5. No. 5 megabytes. What?
Yeah. That's it. Going fishing.
I was like, you just lie to me at that point.
This looks like an on rails game, kind of like Thumper.
Yeah,
that
like
idea. It's a puzzle arcade game though.
it looks like Star
Line
Fox
yourself
2.
up. Line yourself up in the correct lane and transform into the oncoming Vorm. Quicker you are, the more points you score. Huh. Looks cool.
Next up
Vorm.
here, we've got a little game for free called Nintendo Entertainment System - Nintendo Switch Online.
Skadoosh.
The download is ready to rock and roll.
Yep.
And I guess are these all the games that are going to be available right away? Because that's more than 10, so probably not. So you got they're at least.
Isn't there 20?
Is that
There should be 20.
Okay, so they're showing
Today.
Balloon Fight, Baseball, Donkey Kong, Double Dragon, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Ghost and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climbers, Ice Hockey, Mario Party, Mario Bros, Pro Wrestling, River City Ransom, Soccer, Mario Bros 3, Tecmo Bowl, Tennis, The Legend of Zelda, and Yoshi. At
There you
least
go.
on the pictures there, so now you're playing with power online.
Online. Yeah, awesome. Can't wait to dive in with this with you.
Speaking of diving in, we got legendary fishing up next for $29.99 because your lure is going to be diving in that lake, pulling in those big old bass, baby.
Yeah, this game I like. Actually, I like the cover of this game.
Oh, the
Big
cover's
old-
amazing.
Isn't it?
They've really made that fish look good.
Fish on, baby.
Well, it's not on yet. He ain't
Nope,
hooked
it's
yet.
not.
But I love the guy in the background. Like, look at all the bass jumping around that lake. I wish I was in that lake, man. You could just stick your hand in there and grab one out.
Yeah, go catfisting.
Experience the thrill of catching over 20 different types of fish, from the king salmon to the largemouth bass, in this legendary fishing experience.
Nice.
It's from Ubisoft.
Let's move on. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is.
I bet you it's probably pretty good if you like fishing games.
Sure.
Oh, no, I don't
not?
think I'm going to be able to see this one. I might be too young still.
Yeah. Labyrinth of Refrain. Coven of Dusk. For $49.99.
Sounds ominous.
This is an RPG. It looks like a very interesting little RPG with some of the beasts from Where the Wild Things Are in one of the pictures. And, yep, looks like a very menu-based RPG. So we're just going to move on from there into this one, Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle for $19.99. Now, interestingly enough, this is talked about in the this was talked about in the, what do you call it?
Direct.
The direct, but and I saw in Japan it's coming out with like 6 different physical bundles, and actually I pre-ordered one of those, and it's called Belt Action Bundle. Belt Action Bundle.
Gotta get that belt, baby.
Isn't that funny?
Did you see the trailer for this game? That came out. I don't know if it came out today or if it was during the direct. It's so good. It's like one of the characters.
I can't wait to play this game.
Yeah, so it's got a bunch of games. Does it give us a list here of all of them? Games included Final Fight, Captain Commando, The King of Dragons, Knights of the Round, and Warriors of Fate. As well as 2 games that were previously unavailable on consoles, Armored Warriors and Battle Circuit. Grab some friends, stare down the bad guys, and beat them up.
Beat them up.
And this is online, right? Yeah, this is all online.
Yeah. I really think you should think about getting it because Jules got it. I got it.
Yeah,
we're gonna be playing
if
it,
you when you get your physical copy, I'll buy it.
See, the thing is it comes. It's physical. It comes out in December, so it's a long way away for physical.
But you know what?
Just FYI.
So that's good. Then I can keep an eye out, and maybe I catch it on a sale at some point. But yeah, no, this is a beat 'em up. Like I said, we're just playing Double Dragon, and beat 'em ups are always fun. And if you could play with people like friends online, heck yeah.
Yeah, dude, I just downloaded the. I got the membership going, and I have access to all the games, and it's amazing.
Oh, it's so funny. Now I'm looking at the bottom of like all these pages, and like this game supports online play. Save data cloud.
Oh yeah,
it's got the little logos there. I like how Luigi's like, oh, why am I losing?
Why am I losing?
Yeah. Anyway, next up and the last but not the least is Siegecraft Commander. For $19.99, play through the night campaign as you battle against the tribal lizard men, or enjoy the groundbreaking PvP combat system that will deliver fast-paced, real-time strategy action, or tactical turn-based gameplay. They're not messing around.
No.
You can play it any way you like it. Visually, it looks pretty cool. Very diverse. Like one's like you're in a icy mountain, the next you're in a lava. When you're in a forest, you're on the beach. You're all over the joint in this game. Yeah, I don't really know exactly what it is. I mean, I know it's some sort of strategy game, but yeah, it looks interesting.
It does look interesting. Now, with that in mind, Case,
yes,
what is your game of the week?
There's a couple.
I have 2.
There's a couple that looked pretty cool.
I'm gonna tell you mine.
No, let me go first because you might take.
No,
mine.
let me go first because I'm gonna. I want to take. Okay. Well, you take one.
All right, I'm going. Old school musical.
Yep.
Haha, I knew you were going to go for that one, you dirty dog.
Well, I was going to go for that one. Yeah, that one looks sweet.
Speed Brawl looks pretty dope, too.
You piece of crap. That was going to be mine. I said pick one. That was mine.
Well, good. You can have that one.
Good. All right.
Boom.
Cool.
There you have it.
Yeah.
No,
all right, well,
I was actually... I would say this is one of the... at least in recent memory that I can think, that was jam-packed with games that I've never heard of that look actually really good.
Yes. Yeah, totally. But that'll do it for the Craigslist, for the eShop Roundup. And it's time for our favorite section, right?
Ooh-wee, which one?
I'm handing it to you. You get a pick.
I'll just snap and I'll let you play whatever jingle.
The YouTube Saloon.
Yes, so not much to talk about on the YouTube Saloon necessarily for this week, but more
just that it still exists.
Yeah, that the news of it coming in the near future. Again,
not only does it exist, it's going to be branching out. It's almost like it's getting a new franchise, and we're going to be. I mean, it's going to be amazing because we're starting online with all the staff. This NES league, and it's going to be awesome. So that's going to be part of the YouTube Saloon for sure.
Yeah,
so check that out. That's.
Yep. Sorry.
No problem. And so so be ready for that. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we don't know the exact format yet, but there, it's going to be like whether it's a bracket or a round robin tournament or something. We're gonna crown a champion. It'll probably be sort of similar to how our challenges work, at least format-wise, like how it looks visually. You know, have both screens up there and everything. So that should be really fun. And the good thing about that is Nintendo's going to keep on adding more NES games and eventually Super Nintendo games too. So like we'll have a bunch there. We're going to be recording some regular challenges this weekend as well, so that's going to be all good. And but yeah, so thanks for bearing with us on the spotty releases on the old YouTube Saloon. But
I know.
But yeah, like I said, I think getting back into the swing of things, I'm feeling good, and should be some good stuff coming out in the near future. So that's very exciting.
Totally.
But now to our real favorite segment of the week.
News Talk with Casey Gibson.
Yes, so it is time for the good old news, and it's a hearty one thanks to the latest Nintendo Direct. We actually have a video over on the old YouTube Saloon, dubbed 104.5 The Fan. It sounds like some sort of radio station.
In Omaha, that's the Star 104.5.
104.5 Star, Omaha's best in contemporary music. But so you know that we have Perry, Neil, and Xander giving their hot off the presses impressions of the Direct. But we figured we would give us a nice little rundown. You know, I got to did you catch it live?
Yes, I did actually. One of my guitar students had to cancel, so I did get to catch it live.
Maybe he was a Nintendo fan too. Yeah, I was floating down a river, so I turned my phone off and I was like, just think that everyone's going bananas over Animal Crossing, and I'm like,
that's the best thing.
Look at all these cows. It's the secret cow level. But
that's funny.
But yeah, so it was one of those. I'm like, am I going to get to go back and watch this before we like go out to dinner and stuff? But luckily they were like, yeah, we'll go back, take some showers. So I didn't watch the entire Direct. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
I pretty much just skipped ahead, saw the announcements, and like I watched like the Animal Crossing and stuff, you know. But like the other stuff, I sort of breezed through.
You watched the Tom Nook that was sitting there at his desk.
That dirty Nook, man. He's coming around. He wants his money. But yeah, so we got a nice. He wants his bills.
He sure does.
Now kicking us, we're just Perry's got a nice little list here, and we're just gonna give it the old rundown and give a little commentary on it and keep on keeping on. So
yeah, I mean, like you got my comment. We kind of had to rush a little bit last week. If you listen to our YouTube video, the 0.5, like you said, but yeah, we'll just kind of go through it a little bit more. We can talk a little. I'm sure we have a little more info about stuff, but we can get Casey's takes on all these fun businesses.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Now it started out with Luigi's Mansion, which I'm sure if you were paying attention more, you might have deciphered like, hey, this doesn't really look like the 3DS game, you know? And
right.
But like I said, I was sort of breezing through it and just sort of like, I was like, oh, okay, they're opening up with the 3DS stuff, like cool. And then all of a sudden, Luigi's Mansion 3 for the Switch.
Skadoosh.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. You know, it's like I guess a B tier level game for Nintendo as far as like their main franchises, you know, but I'm happy to see it come back. I really enjoyed Luigi's Mansion on GameCube. New Moon, I never beat it. I didn't like that it was like segmented, you know, and like I guess like I get that was sort of for portable.
It was like going back through the stuff over and over again.
Yeah,
it wasn't that fun.
And it was I really liked the original format better. So this come back to Switch, hopefully it leans more more closely to the first one than the second one. But I'm excited to see what they got in store for us. And that was just a 2019 release, right? Or did they not even give a date?
I think no, they said 2019. Pretty sure.
I wonder if that's going to be like I mean, to me, it makes the most sense. Like, hey, make that the October game, but I don't think they would show it a year plus in advance. But you never know.
Yeah, I hope it's October.
Yeah, it just would make the most sense, I think.
Yeah, because I'm gonna want to buy it around then, play it.
Yeah,
that'd be so much fun. I can't wait.
Then
on my projector.
yeah. Scare your pants off. Next up here, we've got Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Extra Epic Yarn.
Ooh, well, you should have put that in there then.
I know. I was trying to get it
kidding.
before you said it.
This is.
I'm not kidding at all.
Yeah. I hate you, Casey. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn unravels on the 3DS in 2019.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you ever played? Yeah. You played Epic Yarn, right?
Oh, Casey. It's one of my favorite games on the Wii.
I've never played it.
Me and Jill's. Oh, man.
I bought it.
Yeah.
I bought it for the
100%
Wii U for the Wii after, like, way after it came out. And I just never got around to it. So this might actually be a game. I might be playing the 3DS in 2019 is all I'm saying.
Well, no, you don't want to play it on it. It doesn't have any... It doesn't have 3D, and, like, it's one of the best-looking Wii games ever. Just saying. I'm just saying. And you can do the co-op so easily on the... You're going to want to do co-op with Kate. I'm serious. It's amazing co-op.
I guess, yeah. I guess I got to bust out the old Wii U. Actually, it's in the box right next to me. But,
yeah.
It's just sitting there like,
bust it out.
Break me out of here.
I'm gonna spend $40 on this, and I mean it.
You Jim?
That's what Casey's saying. Yeah.
Then they keep the 3DS train going. What do we got?
Yep. The Bowser's Inside Story. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Just don't care. And then also,
I love those games, but it's too, like, if that came out in 2016. I probably would have been like, heck yeah, you know? Like, very much like I was with the other remake, even though that came out after the Switch too. But
yes, but you reviewed it too, and you liked it.
Yeah, no, it's a great game. I love those games.
Inside Story is awesome, but it's just...
It's more of, like I said, it's a combination of... I've already played a bunch of Mario and Luigi games on the 3DS, and it's 2019. Like, come on, man.
Put it on the dang Switch, and I would have been all on board. Now... They also talked about Luigi's Mansion. The remake for the 3DS. I have talked with Don Koopman, who's played it. Said the 3D exists. That
it better.
It's fine, and that there's a 2-player mode you can play online. You can play the game cooperatively, which is amazing.
All right.
So it's kind of limited co-op, but you can play through the normal game. You can help them find ghosts and stuff. I think that's amazing. So,
are you gonna play it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to think it's really not that far off. But yeah,
no,
that one will be again perfect timing, October. You know, you know, maybe.
Yeah.
Then we've got
we should play.
Yeah, some Coop. Then we got Yokai available now. A little Yokai watch. Yeah, I'm sure I played the first one and I liked it more, not so much like, I mean, the gameplay was okay, you know, but like I liked the kookiness of it, but yeah, not enough to dive further back in, but. Now this next piece of news, does this get you excited?
Oh, very much excited. Oh, wow. Splatoon 2 version 4 is coming out. I didn't explain anything in there. It's so weird. I don't know why long trailer full of just like little tiny things that I might be new and might not be new. I don't know. You know, it's like, and they didn't explain anything, and then that was it. It's like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, sounds good. But there'll probably be some sort of Splatoon mini direct to that they just drop. You know what I mean? They seem to. Oh, we got to get the researchers back out here. But yeah, then we've got Mega Man 2. What's that all about, Perry?
Mega Man 2.
I think you meant remember. Mega Man 11.
Yeah, I don't know.
Out on October. Maybe you were going for. Maybe it was the old. You thought it was the Roman numeral.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Out October 2nd. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not the biggest Mega Man fan in the world, but I hope it's really good because I know there are a lot of people out there who really love it.
Now, Mario Tennis Aces, which we talked about before, was confirmed to come out with a lot more content, which is so awesome. I'm very happy that they're going to be supporting this game more, putting more challenges where you can unlock, costumes and adding in like little mini games and stuff. This is exactly what this game needs, and I'm very happy about it. And it's gonna totally pull me back in to play some more.
Well, you know what?
When it comes out,
what's crazy too is that so it says the 4 new characters that are going to be part of the version 2 update include Birdo, which is all around character, Shy Guy, Technical, which I'm a technical kind of guy, or Tricky. I like the tricky guys too. Koopa Paratroopa, Technical, and Petey Piranha, powerful, and he doesn't have a racket. He just uses his flippers. And
amazing.
They say this is actually coming out tomorrow. Update hits the court on September 19th. So if you are listening to this now, the update is available. So, we might have to... I could see this being a good candidate, which we already alluded to before, for a little future challenge.
Let's do it, buddy.
So, yeah, some good stuff there. Next up, we had the Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle with online co-op, which we already talked about a little bit before. Yep. And then I'd say the first... Well, I don't want to say the first big haymaker, because I guess Luigi's Mansion 3 is pretty big news, but...
Yeah.
This next bit, it's been rumored for a while, and we finally have it confirmed. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. It's getting the deluxe treatment, baby.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I was hoping for online. It's not there, but this is a fantastic game. I've been aching for a 2D Mario. I've been aching for a new Super Mario Bros. Game on the Switch. I really have been. It's been a long time. Like, it's literally been a long time, which is funny to say, because remember when it came out, it was just like
it was more the same. It was like more...
Dude, 2012. That's 6 years ago, dude, since it came out.
It's crazy.
How is that possible?
In that
6 years ago since the Wii U launched.
Yeah, isn't it crazy to think how much changes in 6 years?
The heck?
Well, first off, I really like the box art. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
And like the logo is so ridiculous that I love it. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe with the Joy-Cons.
I know. So good.
Now, I didn't ever beat this game. So
yeah,
I'm
I
absolutely getting this when it comes out.
I did finally push myself to beat it. Like I was collecting all this, and it's a fun game, dude. And it's the coins are hard to find. I mean, there's some real challenge there.
Like you said, it was really just more. It was too much of something we already had a lot of. You know what I mean?
That's all it was.
So
exactly.
It was absolutely not a bad game by any.
No, it was a beautiful game, and the acorn suit is my favorite, like 2D Mario, because it you can go really fast. Like, it's all about really gliding fast, but then also you get that extra jump that's awesome. So. And
what's cool is this includes the new Super Luigi U DLC.
Yes.
And it includes a new playable character, Toadette.
Yeah.
And
Peachette.
Well, that's when she gets her power up into Peachette after grabbing a super crown, which is just amazing.
And we figured out that we have this back in the NWR database. We're thinking that Peach is actually a toad.
She's just always wearing that crown.
Yeah, and it's the Toad's print. That's why she used to be Princess Toadstool. And that when she in Smash, when she pulls out a toad, that's actually she's reaching into her soul and pulling out her true self. And then she barfs at what she sees because of the violence in the reality that she's living in.
It's deep. That's deep.
It is deep. So
I think my favorite part, though, is like looking at the transformation, is that she still keeps on like those little like brown clog shoes. So it's just funny.
I'm not looking at one, but that sounds adorable.
So it's funny to see like Peach with like little clogs on. But yeah, it should. I'm definitely excited for that game.
Yeah. Oh, dude, me too. I really am. Might sound funny to some people, but actually, no. Everyone I talk to is actually excited.
Because, like you said,
it makes me think maybe they should have done a new game.
Yeah, you know what? But maybe
why?
Who knows? Maybe they're working on.
I know, but then are we going to be? Yeah, hopefully this means that they're working on a completely different thing.
Yeah, I would imagine like an
scrolling.
Odyssey, that or a more like Odyssey 2, or like something along those lines.
Or Mario Maker. Hopefully a Mario Maker with a story, like that's what I think
like
should happen.
Like give us 8 worlds with 8 levels in each of them, plus the maker,
dude. And then the maker, you can make your own worlds and your own story and stuff like that. Come on.
Let's go. What are you waiting for,
let's go.
Nintendo? But next up here, we've got a game called Katamari Damacy Reroll.
Yeah, woo!
And I don't know
dude, I am
too
all
much about
on
this
board.
game. I don't know too much. If you want to enlighten me,
This has been like something I've heard about my entire life. You know, it's like this weird game.
I know the cute little character
where you just roll stuff into a ball and you that's it. That's the whole game, and like you're just rolling stuff into a big and they become like as big as like worlds, and it's just like that's like what I've heard. I don't know if that's exactly true. That's what I remember hearing. But yeah, this game's coming out, and I believe it's like $30, and it's physical, and I'm so all over this game.
Yeah,
all over.
It looks cute. Yeah, I'm definitely down to check it out.
You hooser.
Then they talked about some online business. We won't go too much into that.
Yeah, they just went into online. They mentioned, which they haven't talked about yet, that there will be online discounts for members who own online. So that'll be interesting. So
get an extra 10 gold coins with your purchase. Woo!
10 cents. Now they did mention the NES controllers. What do you think about those things?
So weird.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
not really that weird.
I like it. It's just funny that like, I don't know. I just feel like it's sort of like, I don't know, like not a Nintendo thing to do in the sense that when you put them on the Switch, like they don't like function very like I'm sure they'll work, but like it's not going to be comfortable.
No, they don't work.
And I know they already said like, yeah, when they're like in handheld mode, like it's not comfortable or ideal, you know. But it just
no, you can't use them. They don't work.
Oh, they don't. I thought they did work, but it was just
confirmed they only work. They
so
only work
with
NES games, and you can only buy them if you are a member with online, because that's the only way you get the games. So, which kind of makes sense if you really think about it, because it's like then you don't want people just buying them for no reason. Otherwise, they can't use them. You know what I mean?
Are you going to buy a pair?
People to be buying these. I probably will if I can, if it's easy.
Yeah, because I'm looking. It says pre-order available for pre-purchase starting 9/18 on Nintendo.com, but I don't see them up there yet. I don't.
You know that Baruby is checking in every 15 seconds, so he'll let us know.
He's hounding it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. For $60, they're very cool, and I like that idea. But yeah, for $60, oh, here you go. You get pre-purchase now. I don't know if it's actually live. Let's see. I sent you the link.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing if you can actually buy it now.
This is
you gotta log into pre-purchase. So you could, if you have it, if you did want it.
Yeah. I will.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like definitely would be cool, but yeah, I'm probably not going to.
Yeah, I mean it's not needed, but honestly, that D-pad sucks on the Pro Controller.
Oh well, yeah, just use them cons, boy.
There's no D-pad on the cons.
You got a glorified D-pad. It's there. It's not a D-pad, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
Haters gonna hate.
I'm not gonna hate.
Haters
no, it's just
gonna
the D-pad is a lot better. You know what? You're right. Haters, I hate you.
But yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, cool stuff. Moving along, they talked about some Pokemon Let's Go business. I'm super excited for that game, but I don't need to hear anything else about it until it comes out. It's Pokemon, you know. Now we get into some good stuff here. Diablo 3 coming out November 2nd. I know some people, myself included, we're getting into that rumors that it could be a game coming out at the end of September. But no, it'll be November. But that's okay because it is a very, very good game, and that should be good on the Switcherino. Then they went into some Super Mario Party. Again, looking forward to it. Don't
hype, man.
Don't really need to know too much more about it, you know?
No. And are you reviewing that?
Yes, I am.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, I'm super pumped to get my mitts on that and see what's up.
Stinks we won't be able to play the full party, but
it's a start.
Yeah, I mean it is a start, and like I said, I was telling you today, like I really hope it's the baby step to the full online, and I'm so glad that they even mentioned in the direct it's a return to the original Mario Party. Do you know how exciting that is? That's like a dream come true to me. It's like when Mario Party was good.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, hopefully, like you said, it'll sort of take the trajectory of the original one where, like, 1 was amazing, but 2 is the best, you know? Or, like, it fixes it in all the right ways. So maybe, like you said, they give you, like, okay, we've dabbled. The internet seems to be working. Fully unveiled for Mario Party. Super Mario Party 2, hopefully.
Totally.
Hopefully.
Okay, so what's next?
Next up here, we've got another surprise, a game entitled Town, tentatively, by the one and only Game Freak, the Pokemon peeps. And this game looks pretty cool. It's like an RPG
interesting.
That all takes place within this one town. And it's so funny. There's a peaceful town until monsters show up.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it looks pretty cool. I feel like they didn't get too much into it, but I am interested to see exactly what's going to happen.
They did say it all takes place in the town, so makes you manage your expectations a little bit about what the game's going to be, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, looks interesting. I said before I do like the name Town. I think that's a funny, but it's also kind of a cool, simple name. So
yeah, I wonder if they'll actually stick with that or not.
No, I don't know if they will. It is a code name.
It should just be Town by the people who brought you Pokemon, and everyone will be like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, next up, City Skylines. We talked about that a little bit earlier. I think that is a pretty exciting game to get on the Switch, and yeah, I'm all for it.
Now, a game that looks amazing, the Daemon X Machina.
Oh, baby. It sure does look freaking awesome.
Doesn't it look cool? I mean, it just looks cool.
I think,
like, no matter who you are, it's a very awesome style.
It's like, mechs are always cool in games, right? But then when you have mechs that fly around, like, because I'm trying to think, like, the mechs or the skells in, like, Xenoblade Chronicles X, it's like, they're awesome, you know? But, like, and they're not, like, slow, but they're not, like, fast, you know? Right, like, this game, I feel like it's like...
This game looks like Star Fox, like, with mechs.
Yeah. Oh, that game. 4-player online co-op, baby.
You better believe
it. You know, like, what are we waiting for?
I know, man. That's exactly. So I'm...
Yeah, that'll be a day one purchase for me. Absolutely.
Yeah. But,
this next one, too.
Next up. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this one... Yoshi's Crafted World looks amazing.
It really does. I think, like, I don't think it looked bad when it first got shown off, but I think you can see the improvements, and, like, it definitely looks way better.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on there. It's, you know, whatever.
Maybe they just showed it real early, you know what I mean? And then, like,
well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
But
I feel like they're pushing it to put it in a block or something. I don't know. Then again, I feel like this year could have probably fit in. I don't know. Anyway, it looks great.
Then you got Poochie's making the return, baby.
Woo-wee.
And Casey's got a new background on his computer now.
Which is what? Poochie?
It's the logo of the game with Yoshi and Poochie, but it's with the Japanese writing.
I love Poochie.
Actually, I was at Walmart picking up some food skis, and I walked down the aisle, I'm like, oh my god, what's this? It had a bunch of, it was like a Mario 3-pack of socks. $6. Oh, baby, I bought them. But I got home.
Did it have Poochie on it?
No, there was like a Mario pair, but like it had like, I really like the way Japanese like text looks, and it's got some Japanese text on there. But
the kanji?
But a pair of socks were missing. Because,
what?
It was like, I know, like the thing was ripped when I looked at it, like around it.
Someone stole your socks?
Yeah, well, someone stole the socks, and then I bought the remaining 2 socks.
You would buy the remaining 2 socks.
The worst thing is the coolest pair was gone, but that's all right.
Oh,
you know what?
My goodness.
Honestly, it was like $5 80 something. It was something stupid. It was cheap, so it was like still a pretty good price for 2 pairs of socks.
Yeah.
But moving along here, I'm gonna let you take this one because I believe
Asmodee Digital.
these were the board games, right?
Bunch of board games. Yep. Including Carcassonne, one of my favorite games of all time.
I can't wait to buy that game because I've heard so much about it.
Yeah. Well, you should also know that you can't play it online.
I thought that was a big get. I thought that was
I thought that was the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all local multiplayer. Who the crap cares about? Yeah. Totally lame. Totally dropped my whole interest for the whole thing.
Yeah, because I'd say I was absolutely buying this because I was like, it'd be perfect because I know you love it so much, and I was like, it'll be good for us to play online. But yeah, that's sort of a bummer.
Total bummer. Yeah, pathetic. So, anyway, moving on. It showed more Civilization 6. More about that game, which we talked about a lot about last time.
Yeah, again, I think just a big get because it's just a genre that, you know, is generally not on Nintendo, and now all of a sudden, same with City Skylines. It's like these are games people love to play and sink a lot of hours into, and if they could bring it along with them, you know, it's perfect.
Absolutely. They also showed more about Starlink.
Again, I'm excited for that game. I really don't need to see more, but they really dropped the bomb, right? With like pretty much all, like, isn't Wolf in it or something?
Yep. The whole team.
It, like I said, it's gonna be so funny when like you look at the other versions and you're just like, why the heck would I ever buy that version? I mean, obviously if you don't have a Switch, but
yeah, that would be the point, I guess.
But like, anyway, moving along, The World Ends With You, which is I don't know if you saw, it was nominated for Best Logo ever.
Yeah. No. I love how it says The World Ends With You, and then it says The World Ends With You underneath it because the logo is unreadable. So they put The World Ends With You in text underneath it.
Just in case you couldn't read our bad logo.
Oh, man. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this game looks cool. Whatever. It's a remake of the DS game. I
bought the DS game because I've heard so much about it, and I never got around to it. And I don't know. I went on YouTube. I remember the one day I'm like, I'm gonna check out what the heck this game, like, what's it all about, you know? And then I like watched a gameplay video, and it was just them going through the menus, and I was like, well, that didn't tell me anything. And then I moved on.
Yep. Well, you're probably gonna move on to this thing, which is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna something.
The Golden Country, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I am ready. I am ready.
Are you really ready for this?
Oh yeah, I'm getting on Friday, dude. This
good.
It came out last Friday digitally, but you know I'm getting that physical copy, and I'm super pumped because Xenoblade 2 is my favorite Switch game, and now I'm gonna get another serving.
More of it.
Yeah, and like I said, it's perfect because it's gonna be like 20 hours. So it like won't be one of those like, oh man, I'm never gonna be able to finish an 80-hour game, you know, while like trying to do other stuff too. So it's like perfect because it'll be not bite-sized, but like it'll be a good chunk, be done with it. And Torna was super interesting in the original game, and I'm excited to find out more about the story as it develops. So no, I'm absolutely pumped for that one.
There you go. Remember when people were so mad at Nintendo for not bringing Xenoblade over? Remember that?
Well, yeah, Nintendo of America must just be like, man, I don't know if we're geniuses for like getting all that extra publicity for it, or man, we were almost super duper dumb.
They're lucky. They're just lucky. Now, in case you hadn't heard, every Final Fantasy game is coming to the Switch.
Except for Final Fantasy VIII, which is just a big old double middle finger to David. It's so funny. When I watched that splash screen, I was like, oh, Final Fantasy 7, 9, 10, where's 8? I'm like, David! Serves you right, you got Tavares, but you don't got Final Fantasy 8, you loser. You hooser.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I'm still salty about Tavares leaving. And he was bringing it up in Slack, so he deserves it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But no,
Okay, don't mess with Casey's sports,
dude. I tell you what, man, that is it. I mean, I guess.
Are you excited about any of these?
Are these all coming out this year? You got it there.
No. I don't think so.
Let's see. Final Fantasy 7, 9,
maybe
10, Switch.
Maybe. I don't know why I typed that.
During the recent event, Square Enix plans and remaster and all for coming later in 2019. The series most iconic entries will make their long time to be offering. Is it all one? That's the thing. Is it in like a bundle, or you probably buy in piecemeal because they probably charge you freaking 15 or 20 for each one? Yeah, no, I will. I'll get Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm very interested in that one because that's the big one, right? That everyone's obsessed about because like
it was so
like
game changing. Yeah, it's got a really cool story. I personally think, and it's one of those when I grew up, pretty much like we had an N64 and my neighbor had PlayStation, and like I said, so Diablo and Final Fantasy 7 were like the two games he had for PlayStation that I always wanted to play. And I would never get to, like he would let me. Mm-hmm. So it'd be like, oh man. So it was always one of those, like, I just pined after it for years, So it's always been like that, like, I want that thing so bad. And I've never beaten Final Fantasy VII. Number of times I've worked my way many hours into it. So, I mean, again, it sort of depends when it comes out, but I would love to give a proper Final Fantasy VII playthrough. I played 9 back in the day and just about beat it. I played a little bit of 10 on Vita, and it was pretty cool. But again, just they're long games, so other stuff came up. But no, Final Fantasy VII, I'll definitely get that one and probably put some time into it. It's Final Fantasy. It's just funny to think like finally, years in 2019. When did Final Fantasy VII come out?
Finally, everyone's fantasy will be realized.
21 years later, it finally makes or 22 years, excuse me. It finally makes its debut on a Nintendo console,
And that's why Cloud was in Smash.
Yeah. And the remake too. Yeah, and the remake.
Yeah. Well, after that, they showed Isabelle and a very nice up-resed version of Animal Crossing that looked amazing. We had heard beforehand that they were going to be showing Animal Crossing. Well, I did. There was going to be Animal Crossing, and so I was like, yes, here it is. This looks pretty cool. This looks like New Leaf, but in HD. And then it was this really funny slow thing, and Isabelle, and then the pelican comes and gives her a note, and then it goes.
They want me in
Isabelle
Smash.
has turned a new leaf.
Yeah.
And then it goes to that, and so she's a new fighter. Awesome. And then afterwards, it cut away to
old Tommy boy.
Tom Nook. Oh man, sitting at his desk, the best thing ever. Just after a nice day's work, with the very much what do you call the lights? The not condensant, fluorescent lights. Like on, and then he turned off, and he turns on the light and stuff like that. And then they tease new Animal Crossing for 2019, baby. Yes.
Ooh-wee.
Finally.
There it is.
Finally.
We know what Nintendo's E3 game of the year is going to be for 2019.
Oh, I hope that's what it is. And I hope it's a...
Dude, just think of the cool the cool booth setup they're going to have, like with the trees and the Animal Crossing buildings
hopefully
around.
I'm going. Yeah.
I'll just sell my house. But you don't have a house, Casey. I'm going to steal the deed to Perry's house and sell it, and we're going to E3.
I don't know if you need to do that.
Yeah.
But okay,
you could probably just spend $200.
I don't think you know. Yeah. I don't think you know how much it costs. Yeah.
Well, I want to have some funny money to spend. But when how they introduced it, like I said, I turned my phone on airport mode once I started bobbing down the river, and when we got back, it was like when I got to that point, I was like, here it is. I'm like, okay, this is totally going to be Smash. And then like the reveal at the end, I was like, okay, heck yeah, I wish they gave us a little something because they didn't show any gameplay. It was just
they didn't show anything.
I will say it was one of the least hyped character introductions, I'd say. But like just in the sense, like not to say I'm not excited about Isabelle being in Smash, but like
No, Tom Nook should have been.
that would have been cool. It was just very slow paced, and I know that's because like like the text and Animal Crossing is just very relaxed, you know. So, but no, it should be good. Like her and Smash, I'm totally down with that. But yeah, Animal Crossing 2019, let's go.
Finally, yes, I know, can't wait.
It's like once you knew, I'm surprised really that like since it wasn't on the Wii U, you'd think they would have been able to churn one out earlier.
I really hope that means that they went to the ground floor with this one. You know,
yeah.
I really hope it.
It seems to be like the Switch, you know, like sort of like the Switch's MO is like we're bringing these games back, and we're either bringing them back to the roots that people want, or we're giving you something completely new. You know, with like Zelda. So, like I said, I've already sort of laid out how I want my Animal Crossing. It's like I want it to be like not first person, but like over the shoulder, walking around like. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I could look up and see these buildings and trees taller than me, but like also have the option to sort of zoom out to that traditional, Animal Crossing view. So
I'm telling you, here's my 2 ideas. Once again, bird watching as a new thing, and
you could snap a picture or something, you know, to bring to the museum.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, photography, bird watching mode, and then a barista that is the nephew of Cap'n. Named Chino.
Cap'n Chino.
Because he's a Kappa. Okay, he's a Kappa, and his name's Chino, and he's a barista at the coffee shop.
All right,
book it. Too good. Just right here, patent pending, Perry Burkham, 2018.
Nope, the patent's gone through. Nintendo, you owe Perry money.
Boom. It's such a good idea, right? I know. Listen, Treehouse. Listen. You got to do it. Okay. So yeah, and then after that, we found out that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is coming to the Switch in Japan via the cloud. Do it again. Yeah, I mean, it's just like what? Like,
I mean, I guess I should say I never really followed up with how the other cloud
no
version
one
really
did.
went, but
just I know. So weird, right? And it's like, here's the thing: it's full price, and you get access to it for 2 years.
That's so weird. I mean, I guess honestly, like, if you play, most people play those games by don't go back to them because there's always another Assassin's Creed. But yeah, that's sort of annoying.
Right.
Like that's sort of a stupid stipulation.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just because they're not always going to have, they have, their budget planned out for the next 2 years, and that's something that
the servers
it's going to keep costing them money, So why they're doing this, we've had ideas of why, but, because, just bandwidth and just getting them, streaming a game means that you don't necessarily need to use the actual raw power of the system. You can stream it. So it's very interesting in that concept. So that's probably why that's going on, where it's an easy way to port games or to play games on a system.
Yeah,
but
without having to deal, too much.
Yeah, and we'll see how it works. But very cool. It's very weird. Cool that it's happening, I guess. But I really wish that, like, how cool it'd be if Odyssey came out, like, legitimately for Switch. Like, that would have been
insane. I've played some of the like I played Black Flag.
I played 4, and
which was amazing. Yeah, I think
I loved it.
That actually might be the only one I played. But it's so funny. I 100%ed that game. Like I went around.
Did you really?
I mean, I should say I 100%ed
Did you really?
The single player stuff. Like I think there was crap you could do online. But yeah, it's like I went around and I collected everything. Because that was like right when the PS4 came out. So I was like all gung ho.
It was so good.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Amazing.
Though. Like the parkour and like the taking out and then
super interesting, really cool areas. Like I played the crap out of that game, man.
Dude, I know that it's so good. And the ship combat, it was just taking over a ship that was bigger than yours, and like I love that game so much. I really do.
Yeah, it was one of those. Like I said, I got my PS4 and I was like, I'm gonna platinum this game, like, and then. Like I said, I did all of the single player stuff, and then there was a bunch of like multiplayer stuff. I was like, ugh.
I don't have any friends. I can't do this.
I'm a loser.
I'm a loser hooser.
You're a loser hooser. But yeah, so that's the end of the direct business. But we've got a few more tidbits of news here to cover real quick. I know we've been going long in the bit here, at least on the news section. But I guess we had a somewhat laxed what we've been playing, so we got time.
Now, they announced a new bundle today that's coming out, a Switch bundle on October 5th, a Fortnite bundle. Now, you might be thinking, now Fortnite's free.
I know, it's so stupid.
Wait. I don't understand this.
So it costs $329 for this bundle. And
it does?
Yep, and it includes...
No, are you sure?
That's what I read. I'm gonna...
Are you sure that's not Canadian?
Fortnite...
No, that wouldn't be Canadian. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I'm like, let me see.
That's a ripoff.
Well, yeah, that's exactly because let's see. The Royal Bundle. Equivalent. Yeah. So, so as pointed out by The Verge, Nintendo has offered several different bundles which allow customers to pick up the Switch for $329 alongside one of a few games. In most cases, those games cost money, whereas Fortnite is free to play.
What?
The bundle is $320. Yeah, so you're getting the Switch.
You're getting $10 worth of stuff.
$10 worth of V-Bucks, which is 1,000 V-Bucks, aka you could buy your Battle Pass, and then you get exclusive outfits and items. But I couldn't see exactly what it is. But yeah, you're essentially paying $29 extra dollars.
I'm looking at GameStop right now. You can buy it for $2.99.
Okay, all right. So that was some
so I think that
faulty information.
That was fake news.
Well, it's funny because it's like I know on the box it's like includes full game download.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, duh.
Yeah, well, I wonder if it's already on it. Maybe.
Probably not. Probably it's like just go to the eShop.
Probably not. It's like, oh, so this is just literally a Switch that you've repackaged.
Yeah, you put some Fortnite. You know? But you know what? It's smart because parents are going to see that.
It's super smart. Like, yeah. You threw me for a curve with that price, but I don't think that's right. So, but it comes with you get
1,000 V-Bucks, and some exclusive stuff. But
and so it's cool. It's ingenious. Parents walking around see.
Oh, they're gonna be my son or my daughter loves Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah, and they can play this on their own system, and you can play it handheld. Boom! This makes so much sense. Let's get it. I've heard of the Switch. I've heard it's awesome. Oh, you can play Fortnite on it.
Now they're off my dang old iPad, so I can use it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I can play Fortnite.
Yeah.
If we buy this, we can play
Fortnite together.
Boom! Exactly. So this is a fantastic idea, and I was saying to Jules earlier that with the Wii U. This is what they should have done with Minecraft when it came out. And it just shows the difference in Nintendo now, where it's like, I just don't think, Nintendo, they should have looked and seen, look, guys, Minecraft is gigantic. This is huge. Get it on your system, get a bundle out there so people can see they can play it off the TV, and change your stupid name from Wii U. That was my two things. But if they would have done this with Minecraft, I think it'll be cool. So I think this will be very interesting to watch to see how this sells. But I think it just makes so much sense. So good on them.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense.
And the cool thing is you don't need the paid online to play, which is really cool.
Boom, boom.
Now, the cloud. Here's this next bit of news.
Well, you did miss. You missed a bullet point, you dirty dog. Fortnite won't require Switch paid online to play. I think that was sort of common.
Casey, I literally just said that, and you said, "Yep, boom, boom."
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. I was deleting something on the document, so yeah, I guess.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna pretend like you didn't say it. Anyway, anywho.
Yeah. Yep, boom, boom.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
The episode name. Yep, boom, boom.
Secret cow room. Yep, boom, boom. The secret cow room.
There you have it.
Cloud saves might be erased after subscription expires.
I know people are up in arms about this.
I don't know if this isn't up in arms. I mean, it's probably common knowledge. I don't know what they're like. If if your thing expires and you don't redo it, then they'll erase it because it's using up bandwidth, right?
Yeah, they I guess sort of said we are unable to guarantee that cloud save data will be retained after an extended period of time from when your membership is ended. However, you can continue to use the save data that is saved to your system memory. So I guess it would...
Yeah, why wouldn't...
It'd be like...
Yeah, this is obvious.
Who knows what extended period of time means? Is that a year? Is that a month? But yeah, it seems like it would sort of make sense if you're not paying for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You don't get it. And then if you resubscribe, then it'll be like, oh, just like, let me get your save your save data again, you know?
Yeah.
It's sort of, yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of like saying when you unsubscribe from something and don't pay for it, you will not have access to its features.
Yeah, this is bull.
What? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, anyway, now this next part is kind of cool. Sega Genesis Classics are coming to Switch this winter. Now you're thinking, are you talking about Sega Ages?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about both physically and digitally a collection of over 50 games. This intrigues me. It sure does. And fortunately, the box art is just kind of gross looking. It kind of looks like something you'd see in the bargain bin at Walmart.
That's the
like,
selling or the breaking point.
No, it's not the breaking point, but it's like I like to display my games. And it's
no,
like,
I feel you.
I don't like this.
Well, I think it's just because the Genesis was ugly. You know, like I feel like it's just like going like nostalgic. So it's like if you had a Genesis back then, you probably look at that thing and you're like, oh man, reminds me of the old days, the old crappy days. No, I'm just kidding.
The old crappy days of the Genesis. That's funny. But yeah, this is cool. Like I'll probably get this. I'm just thinking about it. It's physical. It's a bunch of games that I haven't played that I'm interested in. I'll probably get it if it runs good. You know what I mean? If everything's in line. So
this next bit I put specifically in here for you. Tales of Vesperia, which is it's an RPG from the Tales series, as you can imagine. Now, when they were showing the I don't know if it's collector's edition or whatever edition they were calling it, they showed all the Xbox, PS4, Switch, and then Switch was tucked in the back, and it had that beautiful additional download required, and people were like, no, like it's like if I'm paying for a collector's edition, I don't want this crap on there,
Yeah.
But Bandai Namco has come out and apologized for the confusion and said that the final will not, first and foremost, it will not require download at all, so therefore it will not be on the box art because it will ship with the 16 gigabyte cart. So,
boom.
There you go. So, Perry's in.
No download.
Perry's in.
Perry's in. Vesperia.
That's good.
Yeah. That's how you did that on purpose. I think it's Vesperia, but you said Vesperia, and so
I guess it's just
I liked it.
Subconscious. But this next game, I don't really know too much about Warframe, but it's coming to the Switch November 20th. It's free to play.
Which means that it will be free to play online without a subscription.
Yep, and it's pretty big. I know it came out a while ago, and I'm pretty sure it's seen quite a bit of transformation over the years, because I believe early on it was like, oh, it's okay.
I think it has to nowadays. They have to have
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure now, like, people really, really, really like this game. So another free-to-play game coming to the Switch, and I think that's, of course, good news.
Of course. And what else is good news is that Mario Tennis Aces 2.0, which I think is live right now, will support voice chat with random opponents through the app.
Yeah. Stranger danger.
We will support voice chat with random perverts through the app.
Like Perry. Perry the perv.
Pervy.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm sort of shocked that they're going to allow that. But hey, that's awesome.
Hey, you want some candy?
I like your tennis balls.
I like your technique.
You're very technical.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I'm turning it off. I said I'm going big deep bass fishing with Ubisoft. And to to bring this news bit to an end here, we've got the Switch firmware 6.0.0 is now live. And with it comes a nice update to your Joy-Cons, some new Captain Toad avatars, and quite possibly the most mind-boggling piece of information they didn't share beforehand is console sharing. Yeah. What the heck does that mean, Casey? Well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Hey,
hold on. What the heck does that mean, Case?
Well, let me tell you, Perry, the perv. So when you go online or when you go into the eShop with your Switch, you will then your Nintendo account will be sort of hooked up to that Switch as the primary device, and
boom, primary account.
Yep.
Primary device. Primary device.
Yeah, and it will act as normal. Like, I don't think it'll be much different than what it is now, but you'll be able to log on with your Nintendo ID on another person's Switch and then be able to play your downloaded games on that person's Switch. Now, in order for that to work, you'll need to be connected to the internet. Otherwise, if you lose connection mid-game, it will pause the game for a while, and then you'll have once you reconnect, you'll be able to play again. So then obviously this way people aren't just sharing accounts and just completely sharing games. But it's a really cool way, if you're at your friend's house, you don't have your Switch with you, and I got this game that's really cool, let's jump online, I could log in, I could play it, and you could test it out.
You got to download it first, but
no, it's really cool.
I think this probably makes sense where if it's tied to your NES online, I bet you can load your save, And that'll be nice. It's probably one of the big reasons why it's boom, I have everything unlocked on this game, except for if you're playing Splatoon. Just kill me. That's so stupid. Anyway.
Somebody's a little salty still.
Oh, I'm not a little salty. I'm dang old.
I'm like a large McFry.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds.
I know. I'm so hungry.
We should go get a Whopper after this.
I got. Did you know today is National Cheeseburger Day? Apparently, and to celebrate, I got myself 2 cheeseburger meal over at Burger King. But you know what? Down here, they put mustard on their burgers.
Heck yeah!
Ugh. And I forgot to ask for no mustard, but.
I forgot that you're like a 12-year-old, or no, like a 6-year-old when it comes to food.
What are you talking about? In New York, they don't put mustard on their burger because they know it's disgusting.
No, mustard is what holds us together.
Now I tell you, they don't put so much on there, so it's like I can eat it, and I still enjoyed it, But it's I would definitely prefer that mustard not be on there.
Dijon, Grey Poupon, baby. It's like gasoline. Delicious gasoline.
No thank. You know how I like my mustard? Not anywhere near me. That's how I like it. But yeah,
all right. Well,
console sharing.
That'll do it.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a chance. This literally came live while we were recording. So we haven't really had a chance to see exactly what the extent is, but we have to test this out because if we can play each other's games,
if you have someone,
it'll be great
for
the podcast because then we can let each other play each other's games to see how stuff is. So, boom! I'm really excited about that. So I think that does it for the news, right?
Yes, very very long-winded news section, but that's okay.
Yeah, I love a hearty section of news.
The heartiest.
But it's funny now. I gotta bring in the giveaway music. I know you guys are thinking, it's giveaway. Well, we had a little snag last week, which is really unfortunate, is that with the person that we've picked, McCade Allen, I believe is their name, they didn't get back to us for a long time. And it's we don't know what's going on here. And people were asking, are you going to announce it? It's we're not going to announce till, blah, 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 till it's done. And so it came down to it was 5 or so days. And we're hey, we're gonna have to pick someone else.
Unfortunately,
They didn't answer, and then the next morning I picked someone, and just
2 minutes later,
an hour after that. Oh my goodness, yes. And they're sorry about that. I was on a camping trip, and it's of course.
Were you floating down the river with Casey?
Yeah. You are Casey. That would be funny. Yeah, you jerk. So Anyway, we have a new winner, Timothy Kolek. So cheers to that. He got the $10 eShop card, and we're sorry to McCade. Hopefully we can make up to you somehow, in some way, shape, or form. Hope you're listening. But yes, so I wanted to lay it all out on the table there. That's what happened. So, and that's just the way it works. That's usually the way everything works for me. Like, no matter what, like if I'm doing something, if I'm waiting for something, I always just like, if I'm waiting a while, I go, okay, I'm going to start doing something else, because right when I start doing something else is when this
like
thing
clockwork,
will happen.
dude.
Like that's just how it works. Like, you know, I'm just like waiting in the drive-thru for the cars to go. And it's like, it's just forever, like 10 minutes. And it's like, I have no clue what the holdup is. Okay, well, I need to reach back and try to grab something anyway. So it's like, I'm going to do that. And right when I start, and it moves, and it's how it is, you know?
Yep.
Or like you're waiting to do a phone call, and you don't want to call while you're ordering. So it's like, okay, I'm going to wait. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start the call. And then that's when you pull into it.
Always. Yeah, like you said, it timing. It never works.
Yep.
It rarely works.
Nope. But anyway, speaking of timing, it's time to end this podcast.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, it's time to play some NES games, boy.
Yeah. 105. So thank you for listening to 105. We appreciate everyone listening to us. Of course, you can check us out on Twitter, where we post our episodes, and where we you can check us out there, and you can see when we post our episodes.
On Twitter, where's that, Perry?
That's at Talk Nintendo POD. That's wait, what is it?
That's Talk Nintendo Pod. What's that, Perry?
Pod.
Talk Nintendo
POD.
Wow.
But then also, of course, check us out at NintendoWorldReport.com, where we are hosts, where we are staffs at, where we do lots of fun stuff. And check out our YouTube, NWRTV, where we have lots and lots of delicious videos and video reviews.
Cheeseburger. You said delicious, and I got it. Excuse me.
It's a delicious, and it's blue. But so I'll see you next week, Case.
Alrighty, poodles.
Giddy up.
eHaw. See how.
Muck 'em up.
Moo.
So good on them.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense.
And the cool thing is you don't need the paid online to play, which is really cool.
Boom, boom.
Now, the cloud. Here's this next bit of news.
Well, you
Cloud
did miss.
saves.
You missed a bullet point, you dirty dog. Fortnite won't require Switch paid online to play. You sound like you're a little upset about something, Perry.
Because I paid for the battle pass, like we mentioned a few weeks ago.
Nerd.
And I
There comes the Warlock of Firetop.
Our ice hockey. Should bring David Lloyd on.
I'm gonna beat him down in his own sport.
Oh, what if we beat him and then he just never talked to us?
Yeah, he's like, I have such great shame.
What if he all came to visit somewhere and we went ice skating and we just found out that he's just a terrible ice skater?
He's like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
He plays
And like
he plays street hockey with like the 10-year-olds in the neighborhood, and he's just like just knocks them down to feel better about himself. You little Hoosers!
Yeah, Hoosers. That's funny. Anyway, dude, I think I'm looking here. I don't think you can map the buttons.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I saw Justin say something about that.
So, like when you play like Mario, like it's the B and like you can't map it to the Y and the B.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of annoying, but I don't know. It's like when I hold my controller, like.
Dude, no, you
or
gotta
Y and
do
B.
Y and B. It's awful.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just not a pansy, and I won't complain about. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, right. Remember when we recorded our challenge, and you were complaining the whole time about your controller?
I've never once complained in my life, Perry.
You're just a bitch, bot.